evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?
Hello and welcome back to the Daily Listener here on News Tower. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. We've got some training here. So, Continental Worker, we've got what's his face learning to do that. Our new, is it Ernest? I can't remember. Then this one works 25% faster when next item comes within 2 hours of the previous one. So this might be good for something like a typesetter, or even better, an assembler. So I think we're going to go somebody like Mildred, and she should be getting like story after story kind of thing. So we'll give her that one and see if that works out. Now, that means this week we're going to be shorthanded on assembling. So need to be aware of that. And then we're looking for European tags and an informational paper. 1 scoop. And let's look at... Ooh. Carrie here has this psychic skill, which is probably better than the junk reporters that I've hired recently. Like this dude here, Sergey. We're going to let Sergey go. I do not care at all about being trash tolerant. What is this one? Team player for every reporter working on the same item, 6 hours. See, that's not super valuable. I don't know why I gave that to him. But anyway, we're going to get rid of Sergey. He's probably my weakest link here. And we are going to add Carrie right there. Now, Carrie, she's getting some society boosts, but nothing for entertainment or crime. So, society is that one. That's politics. She doesn't need that. There's society and there's society. And what else is she good at? Crime and entertainment. So, let's go like this. No. Crime. Put a wanted poster right there. Entertainment. Give you a movie poster and a gramophone, and now Carrie is decent. Okay, let's re-roll. Nothing there that really stands out. And then here's another one with the same psychic skill. So, economy, entertainment, and sports. So I could replace Eric. I think we're going to do that. So Eric's gone, and hire Leonard. So Leonard's going to go there. And now he needs economy, entertainment, and sports. So what else does he have here? Crime. What happens if I move that? Nothing. So let's move that away. If I get rid of that, that doesn't hurt anybody if I like, okay, yeah, he does sports. So I just need economy. And I don't have a lot of economy accessories. I can do that. This is not really... He's not getting great boosts on the economy front, or really the entertainment side, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. Do we have any rerolls left? We got one, so let's see if we get anybody else that's really good at stuff. No. Okay, so I think we're ready to go here. Are there any $750 ads? There's one here. So why don't we do this? Hendel will get that. We'll have to send our illustrator, Jeff, to do that piece. But that could be a decent option if we run into issues with getting stories ready. Which, now granted, I've got like 8 old news and then a bunch that are already in the works. But a lot of these are compromised or sloppy, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Like if I look at my staff board, it doesn't look like the reporters are having any issues. But production, these typesetters, man, I just gave you fancy new equipment and now you're upset? So what's up with that? Why don't we come down here and see, like, what are they bothered by? If I go to the comfort view, everything is fine. So maybe we just need to do some things to make them happier. Like, is there any prestige stuff that I can give them to make them feel better about themselves? I don't know if that's really the answer. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the answer. Wait, they have daily planners, so they're getting those boosts. I just don't really know what to do to make them happier. So I guess let's at least try to give them some things like prestige stuff that maybe makes them a little bit happier. If I give them that, all of a sudden there's a smell in the bathroom. That's $5,200, y'all. But it adds prestige to the entire room. Let's give that a try. Actually, no, I do not want to do that. Dang it, that was $5,000 down the drain because that now created other issues. So I got to put this back. So we're just burning money now. It's okay though. Let's put up a Christmas wreath. Let's put some prestigious decorations in here, like a clock. This vase would be a good one. Civil War musket. Kind of in that neighborhood. Civil War musket there. Civil War musket. I don't know. It looks ridiculous, but now there's kind of prestige all the way across the floor. So hopefully their sloppy work goes away. But now, let's get cranking. We got all those stories, and none of them have the scoop that we need. We're going to go after them regardless, but I kind of would have liked a scoop. So let's put Myrtle on this and want to unlock the other pieces, and now let's just put, like, 2 of our better folks on that. For the politics one, or the economy one, we want Nils. For politics, we'll send Harriet. Gotta wait for the rest. Entertainment, we will do Edward. He didn't unlock anything, though, so that's dead for that one. This is not a really great story. 2 tags, and it's going to take a while. I'm going to skip that one. Excuse me. Okay, here's the scoop. So let's get after this one right away. And we're going to put Tatiana there. Peter there. So we'll be ready to get after that very shortly. And we got plenty of time to beat her to that scoop. So I'm not worried about that. If I go this route, I would need Boris to get lucky and avoid a spy. I am tired of dealing with spies, though, so I'm not even going to risk it. Or am I? I'm not. We got to get out from all those negative tags. They just make me sick. I think my... What was that ding? Oh, my training is done. So, Ernest is back. So that's that. or stories? Crime or politics? Let's go crime. Wait. I need an informational story. So stop that. And see, that moves to the left. I want to go to the right. We're going to put Frederick on this one. I don't want to keep moving left if I don't have to. So stories that move... Wait, I do want to the left. Left is informational, right is sensational. So, who was it I was going to put on that? Let's put Carrie on there. Yikes. It's a struggle, y'all. Alright, so society, and then we would go this way here. So we're going to put Dawn there, unlock the rest, and put Frederick on the next piece down there. So all those are going. My advertisement is... See, I kind of have to go here to look at this, which is super frustrating. Look at all that paper down there, y'all. Not so. Alright, why don't we put Bill on that? Okay, the ad is now ready to send Jeff to do the illustration. Feels like there should be more going on here. Just waiting on that one. That one's done. That one is done. Waiting on that one. That one's done. That one is done, right? Yeah. And that one's done. Okay. I was wrong. There wasn't more for us to be doing. Okay, now I can send whoever I want here. Skews it to the left, right? Yeah, we want that. Because that puts the left arrow on it. Which is good stuff. Okay, entertainment. Let's do Leonard and thanks. What if we put, well, I can't move him. That's weird. I guess because of that skill, but what? That don't make no sense. There was nothing to unlock. So it's not like I, cheated and dropped him there. Alright. Crime. This will take a little bit of work, but Myrtle can make it go quickly. So we will do that. Got another good European story here. So George V has passed. Why don't we put Earl here? We have potential legal issues to avoid, but we should have people available to do that. We're gonna go this way and do cartography. So ports, I guess. I guess it's gonna be. We're gonna put Tatiana on it. So this could be the episode where we knock out Carmen Sandiego. I don't really know how it works, but we'll find out if we get this last neighborhood taken away. So let's go Dawn here, unlock that, and put... I'm going to put Henrietta on it. I'm not in a huge hurry to get that story. We did get the scoop, right? I need to make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure we did. So let's put Edward here. Still need to get to that one. But over here, there's the scoop, and, we do have it. So it's just a matter of getting it printed, which should not be an issue at this point in the week. So I think we are on the right track here. We're gonna do. Oh gosh. I think I need Adam for the European story that is Society about King George. So I'm gonna put Hendel on that. Yeah, see, I want Adam for that to avoid the lawsuit, which he did. Good job, buddy. Orange Sports, Patchy Greens, Sharp Nerves. Byron's got to go finish that one. That story probably won't be ready this week. I don't know. Cartography takes a while. Okay, we're going to go Leonard. This story's going to take forever. It's alright, though. We only have 8 stories left to research this month. Let's go Earl there, I guess. Doesn't matter too much. More Society. We're going to put Harry on that. Get him, Rook. Politics. We'll do Peter. Get some quality on that one. And then, why don't we do... This is a lengthy piece. Let's put Yelena on it. She's done with her obituary stuff, apparently. So she'll get that one faster than pretty much anybody else could. Alright, 2 bronze, a silver, and a gold here. Women under 35 are barred from being employed by Jews. Okie dokie. Let's go Harriet. Yeah. That. What's... Earl's ready to go do that one for us. He's done with his baseball results desk. Crime. Payroll car ambushed. We need somebody with luck. We'll send Myrtle. She got lucky. Entertainment. We'll do Edward. Back to Europe. And we'll finish this one off with Earl. Finish off this sports story with Adam. Another economy piece. Where's Nils? Thank you, sir. You can do that one. Society, single tag. We're going to skip it. Another story in Europe here. There's risk of arrest or fines, so we want to be a little bit careful here. Put Boris there for now. It is still Thursday, so we're getting through these stories super fast. I just don't know how quickly we're actually getting them ready, being down a typesetter or a print assembly or whatever. So we'll put Peter on that piece. Our typesetting machine is broken. That's no bueno. Something just dinged. What was it? What the heck was it? Oh, training. We finished training. So our line worker is now back. So that may help. Down the stretch here. Down the stretch they come! And we have no stories remaining. So it's just basically finish this European one. I need somebody with luck. We'll send Harriet. She got away. Nice. And we can fast forward. I did get the second leg of the ad done, and it's actually, I see that it's already ready to roll, so that's cool. I doubt our paper is filled in the printer, but that's okay. We'll fix that ourselves. Alright, so print an informational paper and then print the scoop. And then any European tags give us 4 influence. So that's awesome. Let's see here. Still getting a lot of sloppy work. This would have been like our best story, but it's not ready yet. So that's kind of a bummer. And we need stories that move us left. So in the headlines, that's what we want. So left with gold and silver is kind of all I'm looking for here. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is only 3 tags, and it's got compromised. This is probably the best one. It's 2 silvers, 2 bronze, and 4 influence. Would give us 12 influence points. So we'll do that. Alright, so that's crime, politics, European, and insider. I'm looking for insider. Like this, but it's not ready. This one is, so we'll pop that there. And that one's not ready, so we're going to let that one go. So how about European, politics, or crime? Let's go to the top. So those are all old news. European, crime, European... there's European politics, and it's the scoop we need. I should probably have this one as the headline. Can I just switch those two? I don't know that that matters. Did that matter? Yeah, it does, because of the negative tags. So go like that. Alright, now, page 2. Why don't we go... Oh man, what did I do? I obviously clicked something that resorted these. Let's go with this one. So that is society, breakthrough, inspiring, and hopeful. So this one has the breakthrough. Even though nothing else matches, the 10k bonus is worth it. Society, inspiring, hopeful. Here's society and hopeful. Why not? We're still informational, and as long as we stay as far left as we are now, we're in good shape. I think I can even afford to actually go back to the right some. This is my best, probably my best story remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here. So that's politics, society, European, and bombshell. I don't think we have any other bombshell. So how about European politics or society? I don't even see any other European ones that are ready. Yeah, we don't have any other European ones ready. So let's go politics, society, politics. If I can get one that's politics and society would be great. But I don't think we have one. So here's politics with a silver tag and 2 other bronze tags. And then how about this one at least has unrest. It moves us to the left a little bit. Even though it's got the sloppy, I'm okay with it. Alright, what else do we have? I need one more to move us left that's like headline piece worthy. Silver and 3 bronze. Let's do that. And now that's economy, alarming, educational. Even though there's a compromise tag, it's not the same as sloppy, so that doesn't really hurt us that much. Here's educational. That'll offset the sloppy combo. It's not bad. Alright, page 5. Let's go left again with that one right there. I don't like the multiple negatives, but We're way left. And then on the last page, I'm actually going to use this one. That's 20 influence points right there. And a pretty good story. Even though it moves us right, we're still in good shape right there. In fact, we're where we want to be. So here, what have we got? Inspiring. Or no. That's hopeful, statistics, economy. I know I've seen statistics. It's there, but that's old news. And it's compromised. Why didn't I print that one in the... We're going to put this one right here. Skadoosh. Alright. Statistics. Economy. This might be... That one for sure. This might be the best one remaining, just because of the 5K combo. So we'll do that. Let's see. Entertainment. Scandal? Do I have any scandal stuff? No, there's not a whole lot of gold left. So, what's my best remaining couple of combos? I could go like that and like that. That's decent. It's not a ton of sales this week, but it is checking that box. It's checking that box. We only have one European tag in this entire paper? How is that possible? I mean, there's 2 European stories that aren't ready yet. But there's European. There's... Is it combos? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. And, yeah, we just wouldn't have a way to do more than that. So it's okay. So we got that done. We got that done. 700,000. We need to bring up a bunch of paper, and then I think we're ready to print. There's a... Oh, wait, I didn't use the ad. Why don't we do that? Let's go to page 6. Throw that one out and throw that one in. So that's that. Now we got to bring up paper. Excuse me. No, not the toilet. I don't care about the toilet. I care about the printer module. So, this will knock Carmen Sandiego down to where she has 0 subscribers. And surely that's going to do something in terms of like the storyline. I just don't know exactly what. I don't know if that means she like challenges us to a duel in the streets. And that's a crime story for next week. Or if there's something else crazy that might happen that I can't even wrap my mind around. She could send mobsters to our building to try and take us down that way. And our security guards have to take them out before we get back to business as usual. We're going to find out in a minute. But first, I'm actually going to put all of this paper up here because I am... You know, if I'm going to do this, I might as well, like, do it all. I just don't know. It seems like we're not getting any stuff moved into the building. So how are we on, like, the generator? It's down to 50... Where's my other one? 87. So those aren't bad. All right, let's go ahead and print. Boom. So let's see what happens here. Alright. The Laval cabinet falls. Only 695,000 sales, but 36 quality, and we should get a bunch of influence out of this. How do I change the newspaper price? I'm going to look up and see if you can actually even do that. Not the best profit week, but she's... this is so unfair. We had a broken printer. Uh-huh. You could have handwritten enough papers for your subscribers. Right, so we are almost all the way up there, so that's cool. And we've hit 1936. I didn't even catch that. So a quick cleaner. We'll see if we can give that to one of our washers, I guess. We're going to have some advertisements available next week. After expenses, we're sitting over 30,000. Jeff leveled up. Peter leveled up. And now she's totally gone here. Ooh, so there's something here. Process 20 lawsuits? What in the world?
We're an attention war publisher, and I trade in the only currency that counts, eye-popping images. A single photo says more than your whole editorial staff on their best day. Map shows scale. Illustrations hit the heart, and I've got all three locked up tighter than a newsroom on deadline. Think you can print your way past me? I'll drown your office in lawsuits so deep. Your delivery boys will need new shoes by Sunday. The only thing you'll be publishing is legal appeals.
So she's gonna sue us. Now we need to print a photograph, an illustration, and cartography. I got to accept this. Like, that's our... I don't know if I need to do anything else. So that's the one that we've selected there. Okay. Now here, I can pick a neighborhood if I want to, but I don't really know if it matters. So I'm going to just do Hoboken because it'll be a pretty easy one that we really won't even have to think about. So let's hit save. First thing. Because if she's going to send us a bunch of lawsuits, boom, we have 6 days to clear them. I am going to build... I'm going to hire another lawyer. We're going to put them right there. In fact, just for this week, let's hire 2 lawyers. And we'll just crank those out. So let's go to hiring. Francis, you go there. Reroll. Joseph, you go there. And then we're going to go to the lawyer here. You get law books. You get law books. You get a ledger cabinet. We're going to move this up here. You get a ledger cabinet. And now our law team is like second to none. So we're going to knock that out super fast. Now here we want to take our washer. This Edith. No, she's a sweeper. Where's my other washer? Agnes. Cleans toilets 50% faster. We're going to put her on that. She'll be at it for 4 days, but it's probably worth it. Now, we don't have a whole lot to really worry about this episode or this week. We just have a couple of stories. Now, here, photography and illustration. It says I already have cartography. So, where is that? Cartography is right there. It is old news, but I gotta remember to print it. So we need photography and illustration. There's probably... Okay, there's my illustration. So Hendel will go for this one. And then I'll put Jeff on that. And then all I need to do is track down a story that is that has photography, and we're golden. So I think we can do this. Here come all the lawsuits. Not real worried about that because we've got 3 lawyers that are fresh and ready to go. And here come stories. Let me first look for the one that has photography, if it's out here. There's illustration there as well. Okay, I don't see one with photography, but it's okay. We'll get there. So let's go Dawn here. And look at that. He just unlocked this one all by himself. That's... Thank you, Dawn. So the NFL holds their first draft. we'll put Leonard on that. So that story is all done. 3 pieces being knocked out. We're going to go this direction. I'd love it if I could unlock that second piece. But I don't have anybody on the politics side that's got that skill. So let's go Adam. Try and get it as fast as we can. And have 2 options for the illustration. We're going to put Myrtle here. And Earl here. And I don't know if that'll unlock this. I can't remember. But I'm going to just ride this out and see if that's how that works. So like here, it says there's more that I could do, but I am going to wait and see if 9 hours from now, Earl gets me access to this without doing the bribe. Here, let's go... You know, why not get some more lawsuits, huh? What do I have going on here? Why don't we put Peter on this? Okay, he dodged lawsuits. We're going to put Carrie on that. And this is now going to be unlocked as soon as he's done. So that's cool. Alright, 2 European stories. Still no photography. So actually, let's look at this. Where is the photography? Okay. Let's fly here, and we're gonna go... This is a lot for me to try and tackle. I'm actually... Okay, so here's what we'll do. Yelena, you go there and do that. You can get through it pretty quickly. This other crime story, Gustloff shot dead, I know we already flew over here, but I'm really considering just skipping on this. We already paid for it, though. Let's put Edward here. He needs to get through this to give me access to that. So I kind of need to keep an eye on that, don't I? This is not set up well. I am going to skip until we find the story with the photography. Oh wait, no, I need to do this to blow this bomb up to give me access to that, don't I? No, that's not how that works. I was thinking of the key. That's not what I want to do. So I got to just wait on that. So it's kind of funky that it's showing me the... Again, another story without photography. I am growing frustrated, y'all. Entertainment, still no photography. I gotta get some stories. Okay, in 35 minutes. Yes, see, he unlocks this. I don't need... And now I... Okay, Frederick, go do that. I don't need to do the bribe. So, here... Oh my goodness. Politics, 2 tags, skip it. Politics, here's another illustration. Man, I'm an idiot. So I have this ad that's probably been sitting here for who knows how long. That would take him a day and a half to get that. I don't think it's going to take him a day and a half. Oh yeah, it is too. So I got to hit prioritize on that. And then forget the advertisement. So let's just keep... I need the photography piece. There has been 0 so far. It's getting annoying. Let's put Dawn here to unlock the last leg. But I don't have anybody available. Holy smokes. This is not going well. Alright, so now I can go here. Myrtle will go like that, and then I'll put Harriet up there to avoid outrage. Adam is now available. Earl's available. Let's put Earl on that. Still no photography anywhere. Adam can finish that story. Still no photography. I gotta skip to get to the photography piece. And even then, I don't know if I can get this done. See, here's cartography, but I don't need this. I already have cartography. I am going to skip it. I want the photography. It is my one and only priority at this stage. I have those. I have cartography and illustration already. I just need one lousy photograph to work on. There it is. Let's go. All right, if Henrietta, or actually if Edward, yes, Edward, my dude. And we're going to prioritize that. Now, we can pretty much take whatever else comes in. What just dinged? Let's investigate here. We're good, we're good. That one is done. Here, that one will be done. That one will be done. That one will be done. And that one will be done. Let's go back to this advertisement. Jeffrey's available. Might as well send him out there to do that. Just in case we also get it ready. Now, I don't know what that ding would have been. How are we doing here? Process 20 in 5 days. Why? Guys, what is going on? What are my lawyers doing? Do I need to bring it up here? Oh no, this is disastrous. If I have to, like, if it's because my if it's because my transporters are just worthless, then we've got problems. So we still have 5 days, but I don't know how quickly they do these things. I'm gonna just get them up here. This is annoying. I need this bus out of the way. I can't zoom out much farther. Okay, so that's 3 for you. 3 for you. 3 for you. Get out of the way. Alright. 4. 5. 6. I'm going to give them 7 because they are my most experienced. And then... why does it seem like there aren't as many down here? Are my transporters at least bringing them up and it took them this long to get down to the street? Because that's only 17. So my transporters, probably one of them has 2. Yeah, they are right there. Oh, those are my lawyers going down to get them. The transporters didn't even do it. So they're getting working on it, and they'll all be starting here shortly. So we just got to keep an eye on that, see if we get that done. But we kind of have everything that we need now. We just need to get through it all. What was that dinging? It wasn't the training. There was a ding right before we looked at the lawsuits. We're going to go for this because at this point, I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Let's put Eater on that, I guess. We skipped a bunch of stories this week, so we're not going to have a very good selling paper. But that's not the issue at hand here. We'll put Dawn there. I still need to do a bribe, but this is a decent story. It's going to be expensive. Vensky sets the world record. So 1,500 meter record breaking run. And it's going to cost me $300. And then we will put Tatiana on the other half of it. Speed up Dawn. Badoosh. Nils will do this. 2 tags, nothing special. I mean, we might not break 600,000 favors this week, but if we get those couple of missions complete, I don't even care. We'll send Harriet. Don't know any of this matters too much now. 2 tag, 2 leg story. Discussion about budget. We'll go for it. I want to look real quick at my stories here. So this one is ready. Cartography, ready to go. It's old news, but it's ready. And then illustration is a work in progress. It's at the illustrator desk. Wasn't there another illustration? So photography, they're still like on their way back. So here is the illustration draft. So it's coming to the processor who's working on that. So that's going. Where was that? Yeah, see right there. Photo process is in progress. My photograph is right there. And it's Wednesday at 3:14. I think we can get both of those ready. We will do this one. Let's just pay the bribe. 150, 160, 170. That's got it. Right? Yep. Okay. We'll put Earl on this. I think we're going to end up having to print some old news this week. But I'm not super worried about it. Alright. So I need to get this done before I can do the other part of this. And I need somebody with luck for that part who will probably, I will want Boris for that. So let's send Frederick there. Sending the B Squad out on some of these stories this week, but it's okay. Nils will do that. Get that done pretty quick. Pat Fuels hair rumors. Okay. Edward, why don't you finish that one off, my dude? Only have one more story remaining, so let's put Bill on that. Now, where is... Here comes the photograph to them. The illustration looks like it's done. Look how many stories are now in progress. Holy smokes. Now, here's my photograph. It just got to the darkroom. That's the one that I've got to watch like a hawk. Did I already go ahead and process or prioritize that photograph? That's the illustration. Are you kidding me that it's... I thought that's what would be over here. Oh my goodness. Which one had the photography? Yeah, we have it prioritized. And it says a day and a half, and it's still, like, very early on Thursday. So I think we're okay. Peter can do that, and I think we're done with research. So there goes something to the chemical engraver. Here goes the picture from the dark room to photo processing. We've unlocked this last one. Harriet can finish that off. Nice. And that's all of the reporting that we need to do. Here comes another... I'm kind of confused by all the stuff going back and forth here, but it's not a big deal. Alright, so photo processing is complete. And now she's taken that over to the chemical engraver. Chemical engraver is working on it. It is now late Friday. Something is going over here. First movie. So engraved photo sub item. So it looks like it went straight to print assembly or type. You know, yeah, print assembly here. And which one was it? Boom. It's ready. Heck yeah. So that one's ready. That one's obviously ready. And where's the illustration? Where is the illustration? Sort by readiness. Collapse them all. Where is the one with the illustration? Right there. It's ready. And how many lawsuits? We still have 7 lawsuits. We're not going to clear them. If that happens, I am going to replay this day because I feel cheated not having understood how that mechanic was going to work. 6 to go. And we have a day and, well, 4 to go. Can we do it? Roll the presses. Come on. Come on, lawyers. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 to go. It's so close. No! Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to... Yeah, I got to restart this day. So I'm going to pause transmission, bring those lawsuits up to my lawyers so that we avoid that problem, and we're going to redo this day, and I'll just get back to where it's time to print. So hang on. Alright, we are back now, and so here we are. We have cleared the lawsuits. I actually had 4 more lawsuits piled on top that apparently it was the mechanics were a little bit weird, where I was still clearing, and in the middle of the week it told me that the lawsuits cost me $2,000. So there's that, but we did get the 20 from her done and processed, as you can see there. And then we've got the photography story ready, the illustration story ready, and a fresh cartography story ready. So we got everything ready that we need to print this week. And so now it's just a matter of getting it in the paper. So this one up at the top kind of looks like our best story. There's nothing for me to shoot for other than to avoid that spot right there. Let's go with this. It's a gold, 2 silvers, 2 bronze. Here's another gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. But I'm looking, and there's actually here 2 pretty good tags. Actually, what all is tagging there? 20K. Oh, 10 for the gold and both silvers. So that's a really good combo right there. Even though it's old news, that is awesome. And now, do I have another? Here's another revealing and society. So we're going to pop that one right there. That's a pretty good start to the paper. Next page, we're going to go with this one. Gold, 2 silvers, 2 bronze. So we're looking for evidence, European, investigative. There's investigative. I don't remember seeing evidence anywhere. Look, wait, whoa. I could do this one here. That's even better, isn't it? I had 4 with the revealing, but a couple that also had European, so that was the winner there. So let's put this one in here just to get it in there. What all do I need to print? Tragic and Gossip. Gossip comes with the photo story, so I'm not real worried about that. Getting Tragedy in here. So that's crime, European politics, investigative. There's a lot of possible things to choose from there. And I'm going to put this one in here. It's investigative and has tragedy. So that knocks that one out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one here just so we get both of those in there and my photography one. It's just, what do I put with that? Because I don't have very many good entertainment stories. That at least gives me a couple of combos. Now I just kind of want to put my best entertainment story, and that's the winner right there. So I kind of wanted to combo this breakthrough one, but that's just not going to happen. So here's another breakthrough. We can at least do that. Then we're going to go sports here. That gets my cartography in there. Now I just need illustration. I'm going to put it here. Now I need my best politics story. That's a pretty good one. Why not? Politics, dirt, European, overstatement. I don't see any really good ones. So, how about politics and unrest? At least they both combo. We're in really good shape in terms of where we want to be here. I wouldn't mind moving to the right and landing in the middle, because that would give me, I think, some bonuses, especially if I have an economy story that moves me to the right, but I don't. If I have anything that moves me to the right, I got crime, it's old news. I can do the obituaries, go like that, and that gets me back into the middle. I can put economy and stats. But I had another good stats one. Why don't we just do both of the baseball results? They'll both combo. So 800,000. Why didn't I get... Oh, no. I wanted economy. So if I go like this, even though I lose those combos, see if the bonus... Yeah, I still go up by 9,000. Because of the 25,000 I get for another set of 6. So let's look at this. We got all of those green check marks. We got green check marks there. We cleared all of the stuff. 813,000 sales. I need to bring some paper up, but we're pretty much ready to rock now. So apologies for having to hit the rewind button, but at least you didn't have to watch me do it. It was more painful for me than it was for you. And I don't like to generally do stuff like that in terms... I feel it feels almost like cheating, but when it's a mechanic that I just did not understand or anticipate, and I'm learning it for the first time, it doesn't really bother me. Because I just assumed that somebody would bring those up. I didn't realize that, 1, I would need to do it, or 2, that my lawyers would go down there. So anyway, I guess I could have anticipated that, but look how many stories we still have. And they're all ready. So we are definitely more efficient with getting stories prepared now. So let's go ahead, and before we print, I am going to go up here, and Joseph, you're fired, and Francis, you're fired, and now we're going to stash these lawyer desks because we don't need them anymore. And now, print, and is that the end of Carmen Sandiego? This might unlock low rise, which I'm really excited about. Boom. Extinguish the beacon. We have defeated the Jersey Beacon. Heck yeah. A monumental episode for us. With one rewind button. So we're 49,000 and change before expenses here. We locked down Hoboken. It only took us half of the game to do it.
You beat me? Enjoy your 15 minutes, publisher.
Yeah. Get out of here, Carmen Sandiego. I accidentally clicked there and didn't see what she said last, but that's the last we'll see of her, surely, right? So we got March coming up. And then, so through February of 1936, we will be sitting around 30, almost 37,000 in the bank. So we got money to spend if we need to, but I don't think we need to for any reason. Now here we go. So the Jersey Beacon is defeated. We're only 7 away. They only have 7 territories left, I guess. I need to kind of take a look at that. So I don't know what we submit your score to the global leaderboard. Sure, why not? Open the global leaderboard. So there we go. 941. And we did it in classic mode. I would assume that the leaders. Oh, high rise, low rise. You don't. An intro. Look at this dude. Just crushed it straight from the get-go. I don't really know how, like, what dictates your score? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I feel like we did pretty good. So let's leave the recap. And what do we want to do next? Let's start going after Purple Dude. So we'll work our way across the map this way, and honestly, let's just hit this. Let's get the mayor maxed out here. He wants that above the fold, and he wants he wants a combo. So if we get both, put them on the front page, we got it, and that will finish our relationship with the mayor for now. So I want to save here because what in blazes? Why is there a question mark on the Christmas tree? I think so. Did I save it? Let's just make sure I saved it. And now I want to go back to the main menu because I want to just look real quick. If I go new game, I can now go low rise, and I really just want to see what this looks like so that I can kind of show it to you folks. And what I am thinking about doing is taking a break from News Tower. Yeah. Test. I just want to see what this looks like. So when we go to the low rise, yeah, look how wide the floors are. Now, to add a floor is $3,500. I think with the old one it was $2,500 and then $5,000. So it is more expensive to add floors. But just look how much you could do with a couple of floors. Because the layout is so expansive this way, you have a lot of room for, adding decor and items that give you buffs without having to go up in order to also fit all of the, desks and everything that you need. So, I mean, the bottom line is, oh wait, how much was that second? They start us with 20. It was 3,500, and then how much? Holy smokes! So it is expensive to add floors, but it kind of makes sense. So anyway, we're gonna kill it here. This was a fun run through at least this stage, and you can see again how well we did. It took us basically 5.5 years, right? Or 6.5 years? I can't remember. But anyway, we got a nice little setup here. Team is pretty efficient finally. It's a little cluttered, which is why I want the wider floor plan. And so, like I said, I think I'm going to stop this playthrough. I don't really feel like just grinding out the rest to beat what's his face, the Empire Observer, because I think what to me would be more fun is starting with the wider floor plan to get a different experience and going through it all again. Now, what I might do if I do that is start to play through and kind of only show like every few months so that you can kind of see me progress. And then once we start closing in on the Empire Observer, we, don't skip anything. But I'm not sure. If you have ideas, throw them in the comments. I'm afraid that I would get burnt out now going after this guy, just chipping away at neighborhood after neighborhood, when I don't really know how much I would even add to my building in the process. So, like I said, if you got ideas for how we could kind of keep this thing going or do a reboot that would be interesting, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that is going to do it for this episode. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?